Welcome back, everybody. Joe here. We're about to start episode 6 of season 4 of Game of Thrones. Last week's episode was quite exciting, honestly. We had the raid of the Marauders at Craster's Keep. You know, they're all gone now. We had that very satisfying moment where Jon stuck a freaking sword in the back of that guy's head. We also have Dany kind of settling into where she's at and kind of learning that she wants to rule that kingdom instead of getting ahead of herself and just heading straight for King's Landing, which I think is smart, you know, because this whole season she's just been kind of, well, even last season too, she's just been kind of conquering, freeing slaves, and it's like, well, no, now you have to rule. You have to make sure that this kind of settles in a good way, and it doesn't kind of revert back to what it was. And I love that aspect of the show. I love that they're actually addressing that. We still have Tyrion in a pickle, to say the least, you know. Pod and Brienne are you know, on their way. They're on their journey. And, you know, she's opening up to Pod finally, which I think is kind of nice. What else do we have going on? We have a lot. We have a lot happening with all these characters. They're in such interesting spots, you know. And so I'm really excited to see what is going to happen in this episode, because this is a little over the halfway point. This is, you know, episode 6. So whatever the major event of this season is going to be, it's going to be coming up soon, and I think that we're going to be setting it up here in this episode. I mean, obviously we have Joffrey's death, there's a new king, and Marjorie's kind of pulling the strings a little bit. So we're going to hop into this episode to see what's happening. We're going to start this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Your Grace, if you'd like to sit, I'm sure that...
We've been here since midday.
I was waiting for Salador's son here in Bravos. Together we were going to run 3 shiploads of the finest.
Yeah, back in the smuggling days, huh?
Welcome to the Iron Bank. Please.
Okay, this is the Iron Bank.
The Iron Throne is currently occupied by Tommen of the House Baratheon.
But they're broke, though.
He shares no blood with me. He is a bastard.
And that is also true.
You feel your blood gives you a claim on our gold.
More than any man living.
Does he have a point? Maybe.
Here, our books are filled with numbers. More plain, less open to interpretation.
And that's also a good point, too.
And how much wheat and barley and beef and pork do you produce on Dragonstone?
Probably not much, if any.
None.
Yeah.
You can see why these numbers seem unlikely to add up to a happy ending.
This is really cool.
But we thank you for paying us the honor of your visit.
Oh, yeah, and Stannis is pissed.
Cersei Lannister, a queen whose people despise her. Jaime Lannister.
These are fantastic points.
There's only one reliable leader left in Westeros. Stannis.
Davos is loyal, man.
He's a tried and tested battle commander, and he doesn't just talk about paying people back, he does it.
Yeah. I mean, look, as weird as Stannis is, and as problematic as he is, it's true.
Order all Ironborn scum out of the north and back to those...
Okay, we're picking back up with her again. On our way to get Theon.
The way I flayed the 20 Ironborn scum I found at Winterfell.
Just the absolute worst. I don't understand the significance of the sex scene during this, but whatever. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so that's the point, is that basically he's not ready for this to happen. Look, I'm not a fan of the Ironborn, but
I'm here for Theon.
they're pretty hardcore.
He's not in the dungeons.
He's not in the dungeons. Is he with the dogs? Does he have a kennel? Yeah. That's messed up.
Lost Kate in the right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't... Look, that guy probably didn't do anything explicitly wrong, but not a fan.
We're going home.
Now you better hurry up.
You, Theon, I'm saving you.
Theon! Reek! Here! Reek! My name is Reek! If they
Oh.
catch us in here, we're trapped!
That's so horrible. Knock him out or something, man. Knock him out. Whoa.
This is turning into a lovely evening.
Let's see if these guys are about it. He seems quite capable. I didn't think Ramsay was that BA, but maybe he is. Oh, man. Oh, she's gonna die, isn't she? So that'd be a prisoner.
And no more of your men will die.
You've got bigger balls than he ever did.
Oh my god. Okay, well, yep, they didn't get Theon.
Make for the ship, now.
For your brother!
My brother's dead.
I don't think they killed Theon. I think it just means that he's not Theon anymore. He's just Reek, which is so unfortunate.
I didn't want them to take me. I was so scared. I didn't want them.
Yes, Reek.
See, even I'm nervous for him. Like, I don't trust this freaking guy. This guy sucks.
It's a bath. For you.
Is there a catch? Oh my gosh.
The breeches too, Reek. Take them off.
This is so messed up, dude. What a sick individual. Like, seriously. This is great tension. Fantastic tension.
Do you love me, Reek?
Oof.
Because I need you to do something for me. Something very important.
Oh, man.
I need your help to take this castle back. Pretend to be someone you're not.
He's gonna send him undercover.
Pretend to be who?
Theon Greyjoy.
Oh, that's interesting. What a really good scene to show that he is full-blown, like, brainwashed at this point. I believe that he would pretend to be Theon at this point. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, they're hungry. Amazing. Look at that. The budget's insane now. Is he gonna be like, your dragons are wreaking havoc? Your dragons freaking ruin all my livestock? Yeah, my goats are gone. I mean, we saw that a while ago. Maybe they're harder to control than she thinks they are.
But I will see he has paid their value 3 times over.
That's the least you can do. That's actually really nice. Okay. Is there a catch to that, or is that just like, alright, cool?
Your father crucified innocent children.
My father spoke out against crucifying those children.
Oh, crap.
And what traditions do you speak of?
The tradition of funeral rites, proper burial in the Temple of the Graces,
Let him bury his dad.
are still nailed to those posts, carrion for vultures, rotting in the sun.
I'm sure some of them deserved it, though. I'm gonna have Dany's back, but that is a very interesting aspect of the show, is that, like, what if all of them weren't bad, you know?
Your Grace, I cannot defend the actions of the Masters. I can only speak to you as a son who loved his father.
That is compelling.
Bury your father.
See, Dany's alright. I mean, she's not perfect. Nobody is, but, like, she's still pretty great. I think she's handling this well.
How many more?
There are 212 supplicants waiting, Your Grace.
Whew. Well, it ain't an easy job. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
My birds tell me the hound slaughtered 5 of our soldiers. I believe the phrase, the king, was uttered.
Well, good luck.
Daenerys has taken up residence in Meereen. She has conquered the city and rules as its queen.
Yeah, she does.
Jorah Mormont and Barristan Selmy.
Baby dragon.
Nope. Yeah.
As for Sir Barristan,
He wasn't fit to protect my son.
Joffrey didn't die on his watch.
It's true.
I have been to Essos and seen the Unsullied firsthand. They are very impressive on the battlefield.
Yeah, they are.
Less so in the bedroom.
Dragon.
So
He must be
naive.
dealt with.
How, my lord? By force?
Eventually, if it comes to that.
I think we're headed towards that then. I think they're going to underestimate Dany the whole time, then she's going to show up and that'll be it.
did you spend much time in Essos?
Most of us live and die in the same corner where we were born, and
Yeah, he traveled.
I don't want to be most of us.
Most of us aren't princes.
That's a good point, too. But at least he took advantage of it and got to travel.
We have some lovely boys on retainer, but
Yeah.
you did like boys before. Really?
Way to assume.
But I was never interested in girls either.
What then?
Power.
When I see what desire does to people, what it's done to this country, I am very glad to have no part in it.
That's quite powerful. I want to talk more about that at the end.
Leaves one free to pursue other things.
Such as?
Yeah, the throne. Power. Every season, Varys gets more and more interesting. Like, we learn more and more about him, more and more is revealed, and, like, his role is larger than it ever has been.
Let me guess. I've been pardoned.
No chance.
Father's orders. Well, we mustn't disappoint Father.
I really hope that he gets out of this. Like, I don't want a Ned Stark situation to happen to Tyrion. I really don't. I think he's... From my understanding, I think he remains on the show the whole time. But, like, I don't know.
Tywin of the House Lannister, Hand of the King, Protector of the Realm, will sit as judge in my stead.
He's so much more regal than his brother was.
May the gods punish the accused.
And even his father, for that matter. Robert, you know. He seems like he could be a good king. Honestly, like, I'm not hating him as king at all. Is he his grandfather's puppet? Maybe a little bit, but still, I think he has a chance to grow to be a good king.
He slapped the king across the face and called him a vicious idiot and a fool.
He did do that.
Why don't you tell them what Joffrey was doing? Pointing a loaded crossbow at Sansa Stark while you tore at her clothes.
He did. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
You will not speak unless called upon.
It doesn't matter. They're going to find him guilty anyways.
Was it without question poison that killed him?
Without question.
Yeah, it was quite obvious that it was poison.
He was last seen spiriting Sansa Stark, the wife of the accused.
That's true.
Used to strike down the most noble child the gods ever put on this good earth.
Yeah, right. I hate Pycelle so much. I wonder if Jaime's starting to believe it too.
And your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth, and you'll know the debt is paid.
Your own brother said this to you.
What have you said to him, though? Come on.
As it turned out, when the attack came, Joff insisted on remaining at the battlements.
He wasn't there, though. He left.
Said, and you will know the debt is paid. What debt?
Yeah.
I asked him to confine his salacious acts to the brothel where such behavior belongs. He wasn't pleased.
It looks bad. It does look bad.
He didn't seem gladdened by the news. Perhaps his marriage to Sansa Stark had made him more sympathetic to the Northern cause.
Even Varys. But Varys plays the game. It's to be expected. He's not gonna...
You said the histories would never mention me, but you would not forget.
He did say that.
Sadly, my lord, I never forget a thing.
Oof. Chilling.
We will adjourn for now.
Look, I do like the Tyrells ultimately, but I mean, they're so dirty for setting them up like this. That's messed up. And I think, yeah, look, Cersei's looking at Jaime. I think Jaime knows. Jaime had Tyrion's back, but now he's just like, man, it looks like you did this.
This isn't a trial, it's a farce. Cersei's
No, maybe not.
manipulated everything, and you know it.
Oh, wow. Okay, I read that wrong.
Forbidden by oath to carry on the family line.
I'm well aware of your oath.
What happens to your name?
This is a good way to appeal to him, actually.
I'll take my place as your son and heir if you let Tyrion live.
Done.
Wow. Whoa.
You will marry a suitable woman and father children named Lannister.
Jaime's such a great brother.
You have my word.
And you have mine.
Okay. All right. I'm really glad that's the case. That really sucks for Jaime, but it just goes to show what his dad wanted all along. But Jaime is the best brother of all time. Unless we're talking about Cersei, then that's a different story.
Keep your mouth shut. No more outbursts. This will all be over soon.
Okay, something's gonna happen though. I don't buy it going down that way.
Crown may call its next witness.
Oh, it's Shae. Oh my god. Man. What is she gonna do? What is she gonna say?
I know that he's guilty. He and Sansa planned it together.
What? Okay, who told her to say that?
Why would he reveal such plans to his wife's maid?
I wasn't just her maid.
Okay, well, at least Pedro's asking the right questions here.
He broke the knight's arm and brought me to Lord Tyrion. You belong to me now, he said.
Well, he did say that.
Silence.
But this is so gross how... I hate that this is happening.
He ordered me to call him my lion, so I did. I took his face in my hands and said, I am yours and you are mine.
I hate this. I love their relationship so much, and I can't believe this is what it's come to.
But she wouldn't let him in her bed, so he promised to kill King Joffrey for her.
I hate this. I know it's like 40 times, but like I'm really upset by this.
I wish to confess.
No.
I wish to confess.
Yeah, Jaime's like, shut up, dude.
I should have let Stannis kill you all.
Tyrion!
It's probably true. Honestly.
You admit you poisoned the king?
No. Of that I'm innocent.
Good.
I'm guilty of
being a dwarf. I've been on trial for that my entire life.
That's powerful. That is so powerful.
I wish I was the monster you think I am.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
I would gladly give my life to watch you all swallow it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will let the gods decide my fate. I demand a trial by combat.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't see that going down that way. And this is the second trial by combat he's received. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm honestly really glad that's how that went down. And, you know, look, like I said, Jaime's awesome for having his back in that because, you know, it goes to show that, like, whatever his father preaches, Jaime actually is about that, you know? And he is right. He is guilty. Not guilty. He's on trial for being a dwarf. He's always had his father and his sister looking down on him his whole life, his whole existence. He didn't have a fair shake. Now, he was born quite rich. That's a different story. But I'm glad that he's not just going to be like, I beg mercy, send me to the wall. No, I think it's way more honorable, and I think it's way more awesome that he is going to request a trial by combat. And I think that because he is, I'm more likely to believe that he'll make it out somehow. Because for some reason, Tyrion is just resilient, man. He always makes it out of the situation. So I think that he'll be fine. I found that courtroom scene to be absolutely riveting, powerful all the way through. I loved it. I love to see essentially what was 20 minutes of a courtroom drama done in medieval times. That's really sick. And I want to know who is telling Shae to do that. Is Shae just upset with him and that's why she's saying that? I mean, I get why she's upset. She has a right to be upset. But ultimately, he did save her life. I don't know. I'm sure that will reveal itself as the show goes on. Also, shout out to Oberyn for asking the right questions because nobody there seemed to care. So yeah, I'm very happy with the outcome of the episode. The process of it going down, Shae showing up and kind of betraying him, bit of a bummer, honestly. Was not enjoyable. Well done, obviously. Like, I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I'm just saying it hurts to see that, you know? Also, I think Varys is one of the most interesting characters in the show now. Like, he's always been interesting. I love the mystery that kind of surrounds him and Littlefinger. And in this season, that's been revealed, obviously. I mean, we found out that Littlefinger is behind all of this, essentially. And we know that Varys has a part in much more than we think he does, right? Like, he told Ned that he's going to play the game. He's not going to sit there and stand up for him. He's doing the same thing for Tyrion. The same thing. Well, we're coming full circle back to season 1. And I like that Varys, we got the peek into his past, too. We got that with Tyrion in season 3, I believe. I think it was season 3, maybe season 2, with the wizard or the sorcerer that took, you know, from him. So to see that he's from this part of the world as well, which is obviously quite magical, is interesting to kind of flesh out a little bit. And I loved the line about desire, you know? Like, that is ultimately what's led to so many people's downfall. And we saw it in this episode too, right? I mean, I was a little thrown by the siege on Ramsay Snow's castle when he was just having sex for no reason. I don't think it was for no reason, but he was having sex for no reason at first, and I was like, why are they doing this? Like, there's no real explicit reason to show this, but I guess it was to show that he was vulnerable and to have the power dynamic switch to where he really isn't. You know what I mean? He's quite capable. He took down those guys basically in just his pants, and the real power is the power he has over Theon. I mean, having Theon lock himself back in the cage and hide from his sister is absolutely wild. And I want to see Theon go undercover for this guy. I'm sure it's going to be frustrating. I'm sure it's going to suck. But at the same time, it's astounding to me that, like, he is just full on Reek. Like, Theon is actually dead. So that's a very interesting element to the show. As well as Dany, you know? Going back to that side of the world, I mean, seeing that Dany isn't always... I don't want to say getting it right, because I think that what she's doing is extremely noble, and I'm on her side entirely, maybe more so than any character on the show in terms of what her actual end game and mission is, because, you know, she's trying to rule benevolently. She wants to free these slaves and have this, I guess it's not really a democracy, but she wants to, you know, She doesn't want to rule with an iron fist, basically. And that is something that we desperately need to see in King's Landing. And I hope she makes it there. I don't know if it'll be this season. Obviously, we still have 4 more seasons of this show. And I don't anticipate her being in King's Landing in the next season, or even in season 6 for that matter. I mean, we just have 2 seasons of her there. Like, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'm engaged. I'm very intrigued. And also considering the fact that she's only been ruling everything there for, 2 episodes now, I'm willing to bet we're going to spend some time there. And obviously we have to figure out the complexities of, an eye for an eye and the justice system that's working out there. So I really like this episode. I thought it was very thought-provoking, and I'm very excited to see the next one. So thanks for being here. We'll catch you guys later.